Good evening, Libra. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your reading for the next 7 days. Now, a very interesting thing happened before I even drew out your sign on the die right here, right? And so I was looking at this stone right here. This stone right here is known as granite, and granite is formed, well, due to magma, and it's formed out of materials that are found that are pretty abundant in the Earth's crust. Now, from what I got as far as a message goes, is that for you to use the resources around you to be very abundant in your life, and also whatever you've been through, Libra, is something that has forged you into something which is very abundant in the universe now. So, well, at least here on this earth. So, the message that I got is use everything around you to your advantage and to your ability to get things done, and also to bring about your greatest desires. So, with that, be abundant, Libra, and we will begin your reading. Another thing that I got was from the die was Capricorn energy, in which you're standing in right now, being the organizer of various different things, being the builder, right? And because from previous energy, you were coming from the Sagittarian energy, which was allowing you to be able to reach out to the universe and to grasp that higher knowledge. And the reason is because your life is going to be taking on a Pisces energy in the future, and that Piscean energy is very spiritual, and it's an energy that allows you to really share your knowledge and really allow people to come together to build, right? Based on whatever those principles were that you learned in the past. So let's go ahead and start drawing some cards for you, Libra, and we will find out what the universe has as your message. Ooh, look at that. All right, so you drew the horse in the upright. Now, the horse is one of those creatures, it's a very strong and stable animal. And of course, when we talk about horsepower, right, we talk about vehicles and the amount of torque that a vehicle can give out. Now, in terms of torque, you know, according to this stone right here, which I was looking at before I even drew your energy, it's talking about having a very, very abundant amount of energy to output. And this is energy that's drawn from your intuition. Yeah, as you can see with this half moon, or with this crescent moon right here. And of course, this is the earth sign. So this is not too surprising as far as the energy that I am looking at, as far as the energy that I'm feeling, and the message that's being sent to you, Libra. So let's draw a second animal card and see what comes up. Okay, so the tiger in the reverse. Once again, we have that crescent moon. So the tiger in the reverse is basically letting me know, Libra, that it's no longer time to sit, and it's no longer time to be observant of various different things. Yes, still observe, but it's time to basically move forward. Instead of being, just kind of moving slowly along, what's being asked of you now is to pounce. And what happens with the tiger is that the tiger is one of those creatures that slowly stalks its prey. I feel that whatever it is that you've slowly been stalking, now it's time to run. And now it's time to spread that happiness that you're very well known for, Libra. So that's a very good thing. You will be the center of attention for a lot of various different things that are going to be happening within the next 7 days, but surely what's going to be happening for the future here on out. I feel like you've gained a lot of information, Libra, a lot of stabilizing and grounding energy, and this is what's going to help you move forward. Ooh, wow. Okay, so this card fell on its own, and from what I get from Gihyob is that some of you Librians might still be worried about fears that don't, necessarily have any foundation, right? And with Gihyob, it's basically some Libras might be closed. Whenever you have arms that are crossed like that, it's basically in a protective fashion, right? So with the 6 and the 1, it's something that we might, or that and I would say you specifically, Libra, would do on a daily basis. Um, there's a lot of times where we might not understand what other people might be trying to do, and so in essence we try to move ourselves away from that kind of energy. And this is something that we do on a mental level. So, but in a sense, do protect your own energy, right? But do not be distrustful of others. Yeah, see, for this card right here, this card is called Gotcha. And so in the upright, this wouldn't be a surprise, but for a lot of Librians, this information might be a surprise. So, and of course, this is within the 60s range. So we're talking about things on an everyday level, but we also have to be sure to provide some self-care for ourselves. Now, since both of these animal spirit cards have crescent moons, this is something that you can be familiar with in terms of intuition. And I know your intuition's telling you provide more self-care, draw your energy in, right? And allow yourself to be able to take that energy and to build upon it. If you take if you pay close attention to both of these characters, they kind of both have their arms crossed and stuff. So this is drawing your energy in, Libra. And of course, for those of you who are wanting to be more social and stuff like that, it's necessary to first draw your energy in, understand your energy to be able to multiply it and put it out. Okay, yeah. So I feel like there is a little bit of unhappiness, Libra, when it comes to whatever it is that's been going on. Now, it's not to say that it's complete unhappiness, but I do feel like maybe there are a little bit of uncertainties, things that are keeping you off balance. It's not a bad thing, though. These energies are meant to push you forward. And as we know with any challenges, these challenges allow us to understand what our true potential is. And what you're finding out right now, Libra, is what your true potential is, which is allowing yourselves to undertake massive projects, and at the same time to move forward with stability. Now, the horse in and of itself can either move slowly or it can move fast. And regardless of whether there's hindrances, it can jump over them, it can go around them, and things of that nature. This isn't something that you should try to dig yourself under, though, as none of these creatures can dig, right? All right, so based on Gihyob and the Page of Wands in the reverse, I feel like some of you guys have been waiting for a message of some sort. And I feel like this message has been kind of taking its time. I feel like maybe you guys have lost a little bit of passion, a little bit of ambition waiting for this message. But I believe that the message here is don't let your fears overtake you. Allow your fears to push you forward and run those fears, run those fears out of your life, basically. All right, let's see what else we get. Ooh, the Hermit. All right, so when it comes to these things that might be a surprise to you, really all it takes is to dig deep within and allow your consciousness to connect to the universe, basically like you've been doing in the past. And this allows you to be able to draw the information that you need. Now, with the Hermit, it's drawing upon the 6th house energy. And so when we think about the 6th house energy and we look at your cards here, we have basically the 6 energies, and we also have the 4 energy because you have 3 plus 1, which equals out to 4. And then you also have the 6 and the 4 right there, which I'll go ahead and flip so you guys can see it right there. I'm not sure if you guys, the 6 and the 4. So when it comes to all of this, this is for your personal happiness, Libra. And as you pay attention to your intuition, as you pay attention to the messages that come in, because I feel like you don't feel like messages are coming in, but your intuition has been telling you various different things. And I feel like once you get rid of these fears, you'll be able to turn this upside down Page of Wands energy into an upright Page of Wands energy, and it'll allow you to move forward from that point on. All right, what is the last? Okay. So, do not fear, Libra, and do not be disheartened. You have the World card, and so whatever this cycle is that you've been undergoing is one of those cycles that's going to complete itself very, very soon. And as you complete this cycle very, very soon, you'll have the power of the universe at your disposal. Most certainly, the power of the earth. And of course, you know, for some of you Libras, you might feel like you're doing it alone. Some of you Libras might feel like you lack the courage to do so. However, I do feel that at this point in time, you've gained everything that you need to know. And basically, the decision is yours. So we're going to go ahead and roll this die now to see, all right, Aries energy. Now, what I'm seeing is that in the future, you're going to be encompassing Aries energy, or you might be connecting with an Aries. And the right way to go about it is to look at the value. Look at the value behind the Aryan energy, or whatever energy you begin to encompass, and see that you have the ability to communicate. You have Gemini, and once you actually see those values, you can actually communicate those values, because that's the only thing left to do, is to communicate. All right, Neptunian energy. So your path might get a little bit foggy, and I believe that's where the surprise is going to come. But it doesn't matter what happens. You need to express yourself to your fullest. And one of the things that I feel is that if you do it with a passion that seems kind of obsessive, then what ends up happening is it allows for your mind to run with it, right? We're talking about the horse. So it'll allow your mind to run with it, and it'll allow you to communicate exactly what's on your mind, and whatever's in your mind and whatever's in your heart is going to coalesce into one, so that people know that you're coming from a place of integrity. All right, 12 energy, abundance, right? We talk about the 12 energy is connected to Jupiter, and it's all about abundance. Now, what I see is that in order for abundance to take place, communication is going to be a key aspect of that. And that communication is going to come from whatever it is that you learn as you sit in hermit mode. Once you sit by yourself and you meditate and do things like that, what will end up happening is that you'll be given those flashes of insight. Those messages that you feel you haven't been receiving is because you haven't been sitting in a quiet spot. So what ends up happening after you have all of that? Well, you run into the 4 energy. And the 4 energy is all about stability. Basically, if you think about a horse, it's standing on 4 legs, right? So that energy is going to be very, very stabilizing for you, Libra. And as you begin to stabilize that energy, nothing, as far as everything else in the future, is going to be a surprise for you. So with that, thank you, Libra, for being here. If this message resonates with you, go ahead, like it, share it, subscribe it, and show your friends so that they know what's going on, and so that they can get the message that they need as well. So with that, I bid you guys a farewell, and I hope you guys do well over the next week and in the future as well. Good night.